Yes,
Ta,
ma'am.
ta, 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 ta. Puni is here. Antonia Soaring. Antonia is physically present. Baishali is here. Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, dear.
Good evening, ma'am.
Then Nabila, good evening, dear.
Evening, ma'am.
Uh, Prayasi here. Hi, Prayasi. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Good
How
evening.
is how is Manvik?
Good.
Okay. Priyadarshini Pal. How are you, dear?
Fine, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, dear. Rashmita Nanda. Good evening, madam.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Okay. So we have Shriparna. Shriparna, how are you, dear?
Ma'am, fine.
Fine. Yes. Swarna, my dear. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, dear. Sai Krishna. Sai Krishna, how are you?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. Sai, so I mark you in BVOC or I
Yes,
mark you in. I have to mark you only in one,
both,
isn't
both,
it?
both, both.
Both, huh? Okay,
But
fine.
today, yeah,
So it's combined. Okay. So, Shubham, are you here? No, Shubham is not here. Rajesh is not here. And Safiqul Haq is not here. So we have 5 students here. Then Tapas is not here. We don't have Bismita. Bismita, are you here today? No. Kalpana and Buni Naik is in that class. So yeah, okay. Great. In today's class, I'm going to show you something very interesting. All of us wonder what is presentation all about. So we say how we speak, how we talk, what we say and all that. I'm going to give you a glimpse of the world's best speaking platform. The world's best, hear me out, the world's best speakers platform. It's called Toastmasters. I'm sure you have not heard about it. If you've heard about it, fantastic. There are Toastmasters clubs that's in every town, and they come to practice. It can be from anybody, freshers to beginners to advanced to intermediate level to the professional speakers. They're given a topic, they're given a minute, they're given few minutes, and they have to present. And there'll be at least 7, 8 judges actually judging them on their presentation skills. It is their content, their timing, their body language, their pronunciation, their pitch, their pause, and the delivery style and the conclusion. So 8 people, minimum 8 people will be the judges, judging them exclusively on that parameter. Okay, so here is few. I think I would like to show at least 1 or 2 presentation skills of the best speakers of the year. Okay, 1 or 2. This is because it's a common thing. I want to do something that everybody would benefit, because we are 2 different batches combined together. One is a professional course and one is another BVOC course. So I've done a lot of videos, motivational videos, songs, listening skills, and audios and things like that. So this is something I've never done before. So this is for you an eye opener. You can actually watch more of this during your spare time, your leisure time, and enhance your skills. But let me have the privilege of taking this opportunity to show you. Just give me a minute, please.
Ramona J.
Okay, please watch. Please watch.
Smith, still standing.
This is the Toastmaster World Champion of Public Speaking of 2018. I'm going to show 1 or 2 more as the time permits. Please listen to the way she speaks and presents. Amazing.
Still standing, Ramona J. Smith.
Life will sometimes feel like a fight. The punches, jabs, and hooks will come in the form of challenges, obstacles, and failures. Yet if you stay in the ring and learn from those past fights, at the end of each round, you'll be still standing. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow fighters, can you think of a time when life tried to knock you down? Who was your toughest opponent? Most often, our most challenging opponent is ourselves. Round one, college. I dropped out of college not one, not two, not three, but 4 times. I told myself, college isn't for me, and I would never go back. Round 2, marriage. I married my soulmate, the love of my life, my best friend. And he was fine too. We were married for 8 long, beautiful, amazing months. You heard right, months, not years. It was like immediately after we said I do, the heavyweight champion came in and delivered an electrifying knockout blow to our vows. Boom! Divorced. Round 3, speaking. In 2015, I competed for the first time in the international speech contest. I won at the club level. I won at the area level. I won at the division level. Then the district level was on the way. I was on the road. I was on fire. I was unstoppable. I lost. I was crushed. After going 3 rounds and taking hit after hit, I was ready to throw in the towel. I was down for the count. 6, 7, 8. When was the last time life knocked you down? Who was that lifeline that you reached out to help you stand back up? Was it your family, your friends, or did you hold on to your faith? Maybe you've never been knocked down, but you've seen one of your family members take a devastating blow. Were you the lifeline that they were reaching out to help them stand back up? Were you the coach in the corner saying, get up, stand up? As I gathered all the strength within myself to pick myself back up and stand, instead of looking into a mirror of defeat, it became a window of possibilities. I got back in the ring. I went back to college. I got my degree and I graduated magna cum laude. Yeah. After failing 4 times, I was still standing. after my loss at the district level, I'm speaking to you from the World Championship stage. It's a moment. Thank you. Thank you. Even after suffering loss, I'm still standing. As for my marriage, I'm still in training. I have not yet found Mr. Right, but this is an international convention. And there are thousands of men from hundreds of different countries. So single Toastmasters Club. Even after my divorce, I'm still standing. My challenge to you is to stay in the ring, whether you're a fighter or a coach. If you're on the side of the ring coaching, or if you're in that ring throwing those jabs and those hooks, when that final bell rings, ding, 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 the fighters and the coaches will raise their hands in victory singing, I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Very nice. Stay in that ring. And even after you take a few hits, use what you learned from those previous fights, and at the end of each round, will remain still standing. Mr. Content Share.
Okay, so that was one of the gist that I wanted to show you, and another one I wanted to show you.
Sherry Sue, turn around. Turn around, Sherry Sue.
Our life is like this stage. It is bright, but sometimes it's scary. It's easy to turn your back on your fear, but it's hard to turn around. Contest here, my friends. If you cannot see me on this stage, please just focus on the screens. I'm a little scared right now. Have you ever turned your back on someone or something because you are scared? When I was 7, I was only afraid of 2 people, my mom and dad. One night, we were having noodles for dinner. I could feel the soft light in the dining room, smell the tomato sauce, and hear my mom's voice. Sherry, put all the chopsticks on the table. Yes, and yum. Mom, Dad, let's eat. I was eating. My parents were talking. But suddenly, what's wrong with you? My mom stood up. My dad's eyes grew wide. Don't do this in front of the kid. I heard some bad words I didn't know the meaning of, and some bad words I wish I didn't know the meaning of. All of a sudden, my mom knocked all the bowls and plates on the floor. Red tomato sauce splashed all over the wall. Mom, Dad, stop fighting, please. I'm scared. My mom looked at me. Sherry, I'm leaving. Who do you want to live with? Mom or Dad? Pick one. Can you imagine how I felt? Pick one. I turned around and ran into my room. I heard my mom slam the door and left. My dad came into my room and sat next to me. Baby, I know it's hard, but I have to ask you a serious question. Do you know how to clean off the tomato sauce on the wall? 2 months later, my mom came back. Home sweet home became a battlefield again. And that war continued for 15 years. After college, I escaped to live in a big city alone. People and relationships, they're scary. But when I turn my back on them, my dark, lonely shadow scared me even more. I was miserable. And my only friend Lily told me, Sherry, come with me to Toastmasters. So I went to Toastmasters. Such a scary place. So many people clapped their hands for no reason. A guy named Jim approached me. His little eyes were sparkling. Sherry, if you want to know more about Toastmasters, you and I can have dinner together. Is he asking me out? It's like a movie, a horror movie. But the more I got to know about Jim, the more I thought he's cute, funny, and warm-hearted. But then I heard a little voice, you can't handle a relationship. You're gonna hurt him and yourself. I turned my back on Jim. Let's just be friends. Sherry, why? I don't want to ask my child one day, Mom or Dad, pick one. Sherry, we are not your parents. We are competent communicators. What scares you now may bring you the most beautiful thing. Give it a chance and turn around. Jim held my arms and turned me around and looked at him in the eye. Wow, it's not that scary anymore. Jim turned my world around, and now we are happily married. Do you know what it's like to marry a Toastmaster? All of our conversations are 5 to 7 minutes long. I'm not even afraid of my parents anymore. Jim and I became their marriage consultants. I am scared now, but I wouldn't want to miss all your beautiful, smiling faces. Are you turning your back on your fear? Our life is like this stage. But what scares you now may bring you the most beautiful thing. Give it a chance and just
Yes, I hope you are enjoying that. Yes, and now I wanted to show you a little speech about a little girl who won the national competition for best speech. Okay, great. So here it is. enjoy this.
Our next contestant number 14, Trisha Bandhu. The barrier between us, Trisha Bandhu.
Picture this. You're in the MRT, you're scrolling through your phone, and then you take notice of this lady walking through the cabin saying hello, hello, hello to everybody, but no eye contact made. And then you notice this man over here who's also scrolling through his phone, and when he takes notice of that lady, he gives the raised eyebrows look. I encountered myself in this situation a few months ago on my way to school. I was furious at that man's reaction. But what I also noticed was that that reaction was demonstrated by several people in that cabin. I kept quiet, but I went home and dwelled on it. I then realized that lady was a special needs person. So, special needs, huh? What is it? In my opinion, special needs is a euphemism for disabled and separate. Disabled. It's a very common term. You may have heard it in many places. Disabled individual, disabled person, so many things. But separate. Have you ever tried to link the word separate to special needs? Maybe not, but I did. How did I link it? Let me explain this to you. So here we are, the normal people community. In this community, we go to normal mainstream schools. We go to recreational centers with swimming pools. The families here are in normal social circles. But then there is this barrier. And across this barrier is a completely different community in which there are the special needs families. They are being put in a separate environment. In this separate environment, the kids go to separate schools. The people are in separate social circles, separate facilities, separate services. Everything with the word separate in front of it. Why this barrier, may I ask? What is the need of this barrier? This barrier is the discrimination of us people in this community of them. Those people there, we have pushed them away. And in this, we have harmed ourselves as well. Let me illustrate this to you. Take an example of global warming. The harmful toxins that are being released into the air, they will toxify the environment. But what will they also do? They will harm us because when we inhale these toxins, it may shorten our lifespan. It may cause us to deal with fatal diseases. It will harm us. Similarly, when we push these people away over there, we will never recognize their talents. Take an example of Nick Vujicic. He is a limbless person, but he's a great speaker. We embraced his talent. We welcomed him with two hands, despite his disability. Suppose a deaf girl, she cannot hear, but she can dance so well, better than Michael Jackson. But we would never know she had that talent because we pushed her away. We discriminated her. My question is, if we could embrace Nick, why can't we embrace the rest of these people? If we could tell him that yes, you are great, why can't we tell the other people that they are great as well? We need to break this barrier. There is no barrier needed. We should merge these two communities together. And at the end of my speech, I want to say, judge a person based on his ability, not his disability. Because an ability of a person is what defines him or her. Thank you.
Yes, so that's all that I wanted to share with you today. And yeah, okay, so what, where am I? Yep. Okay, so stop screens, yeah. All right, so The reason why I wanted to show this is many of you are trying to make an effort to speak, not sure, not getting enough exposure. Though we are doing hundreds of things, somehow we lack some things. All right, now the things that you saw are some of the videos that is world's best platform, all right? Not something that is in a national or an international, just a state level or a national level, but it is an international forum, Toastmasters Club. You can actually Google it out and get more details and watch different presentations. It will give you such an insight about how to speak. You have people of your level also. That means to say, you have candidates who are just students passed out of different genres. There are people who are interested in public speaking to make that as a profession. And to get certified by Toastmasters is a very, very, very big challenge. All right, and to be a champion is like a bigger thing. So you see how these girls presented. Now, the reason why I showed girls is because today, men, I think they think that they don't have to prove themselves more. They think that they're already a winner. They are going to do this, somehow. But then girls are more competitive. They want to go up their scale and go up the ladder of success. They want to try. They want to keep emerging. They want to keep evolving. They want to keep proving themselves, not to anybody, to prove themselves that I can do it. I think I can afford it. Yeah, it's a good exposure. So something that is at their own comfort zone, so stretch a little bit. Now that you're here with me in this forum, I just wanted to give you these little exposure to say where you are and where you can reach and how you can reach. Whatever little tips that you're getting from these classes, you can enhance them. You can also, be a world-class speaker one fine day and see how you are going to be a life-changing speaker. It really doesn't matter where you come from, but it really matters where you're heading and how you're preparing yourself to go. All the people that you saw, even that small girl from the school who represented in that international, school level competition, you can imagine the kind of preparation that goes in, all right? But we are not ready for that preparation. We only want that last minute perfection, no preparation, but perfection. We all are like that. Okay, with due respect to our Indian mentality, yes, it is the way that happens. All of us, like no practice. Hi, itna chalega. But abroad, everything is meticulously planned, and we properly gauge it. And especially when it is a public forum field, they do a lot of things in a meticulously planned manner. All right. So this was just to give you an exposure about how public speaking can help you and what is it that you can speak. All of you are good speakers. Now, how you can, they only spoke for 7 minutes. You see, that's a maximum. They can speak 5 to 6 minutes. They're timed also. They cannot exceed. And the way every word of theirs was clear, every pronunciation, you see, they all come from different parts of the world, but their pronunciation was absolutely accurate. So they're also measured on that. So become a world champion, you have to have certain basic criteria. Okay, and that is your pitch, pause, pace, and projection. You see how they spoke hardly 200 words. If you see for 7 to 8 minutes, hardly 200 to 500 words they must have spoken. But it was paced so well. It was presented so well with their body language, their hand gestures, their eyes, ears, nose, their feet, their entire body, their entire cell was speaking, not just their mouth or eyes. Here, what happens when we speak, our thoughts are something, our body is something, and our mouth is something. We might not be having good or pleasant thinking about this person. And then, why is this? We all have got the doubt all the time. Why is this person asking? When somebody will ask you, before anything, we got, why is he asking for? What is he asking? What is the purpose? Kyun bolna hai? Kyun puchna hai? Like to say hundreds of questions. We don't simply answer that question. All right, so if you can just silent the thing that really pops up in our head, a lot of things can be achieved. Yes, but ask these questions in your silence. When you're in silent, and remember that therapy I told you yesterday, the breathing technique, you get to unlearn a lot of questions that's pondering in your mind. So think in silence. Besides that, sleeping. Like whenever you have a doubt, whenever you want to have a presentation, the best time to do is run over it during the sleep time. When you're sleeping, imagine you're doing exactly what you're doing, how you want to do, and what is the kind of response you want to do. Visualize everything. Like visualization technique is so integral. You think these people didn't visualize? Of course they visualized. Okay. You see that the schoolgirl, her body language was not so open. She was closed, her hands was coming into, but she was trying to make it a little apart. She was nervous. Of course, she was, no matter how much of preparation she has done. When it comes to a particular forum and you see the number of judges that was judging her, you think it's easy? Oh my God, not easy at all. Okay, but still she was trying to break that barrier of not having her hands clasped. Like this, there are hundreds of videos, but I would suggest all of you to make it a habit to watch Toastmasters public speaking, not necessarily champions. You don't have to watch the champions speech. You can watch even the beginners, ice-breaking talks. There are a lot of ice-breaking also, and it's beautiful, really inspiring, and you can prepare for that. So that's about it, what I wanted to share with you in today's class. Anybody has any questions are welcome to ask. Mm-hmm. Yes. Today was a combined class, so I just wanted to do. Yes.
Ma'am, what is this Toastmasters International? Is it some organization who are?
Is it a what?
I think for public speaking or something like that.
Yeah. It is. It is one of the International Forum Club where they organize, they do have speaking competitions and championship and things like that. Now, in Orissa, in every state, I think in most of the states, I'm not too sure about in Orissa when I Googled out to find. So you need to have practice sessions, all right? For you to become a Toastmasters, part of a Toastmasters club. It's a club. It's basically a club. So to become a part of the Toastmasters Club, you need to have a particular unit in one of the states. Now, when I Googled it out, it is only in two areas. That is one is in TCS and one in Infosys. Now, they have it only for their employers. For public people, I don't think so anybody has had a club as such. And there's nobody who started it. I hope somebody would take the initiative of starting and enrolling people and all that. They need to have a minimum of 30 to 40 people in a forum. So I don't know about in Bhubaneswar, but in other states they have these Toastmasters Club, and they do conduct meetings every weekend on a Saturday, and they have speakers for that evening, and everybody listens. And out of the crowd they have judges. I was telling you about the 8 judges that is also formed. One will do timing, one will do diction, one will do pronunciation, one will do pace, one will do content, one will do delivery style, one will do body language, one will do the what do you call the making sure that the time is not passed out. So all these things are there. No, the content is presentable. Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. But ma'am, if we want to practice it and practice as such, and then how are we going to do? Because
First,
we don't have any such over here.
Yeah. You can probably first you watch the videos, and maybe if Centurion University is open, probably we should have a Toastmasters Club. Yeah, we should start a Toastmasters Club for those people who are interested to start off with this. So it will be like a public speaking spree. So maybe let's see. We are still growing and evolving. And maybe if things are going right in the right direction, maybe after COVID or once everything is normal, they might
start. No, ma'am,
I'm
not asking about university and colleges. If outside also any club or club forums are there where we can join. But
yeah. I got it. Right. I Googled it out a couple of years ago when I wanted to start, and I wanted to start it myself. I said, okay. Then I said, okay, it's too much of hard work, you have to hire a place, you have to have a place, and you have to coordinate with people, and then, there's collections and things like that. And it's a profitable, it's definitely it's a very elite thing. Not all of the people will join. It's only the small English speaking who wants to go into an international sphere. Those people will be interested. So maybe once COVID is over, we can have this for public, Centurion University can think about having it in a public forum, not only for students, anybody who's interested in public speaking and establishing and be a part of this club. Why not? I mean, like if things are going right and it is beneficial, yes. But right now to even get 1,000 rupees is such a big thing, that is 3,000 rupees. So
yes,
yeah. So, but it is definitely a big added advantage, and we should get enrolled in all that. So let's see how it goes. This I just suggested for you to have a bigger picture about public speaking. So it's not easy. The group,
even we can learn on ourselves if we do from YouTube and all, and the ones which you showed.
Oh yes. Of course, absolutely. And already you guys are getting trained here. The group discussion that you're handling, the presentation skills. Whenever I'm asking you, of course, the professional level, I'm talking about the professional candidates. You have those interview skills, you have these things. So it's a part of this. I'm giving you the guidelines based on these Toastmasters itself in a very subtle manner. Okay. Maybe you're not going to be certified by Toastmasters, but yeah, Sidhu Brown can say, not bad, you can try to be a little better than this. Okay, so
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
how it is. So the tips that I'm giving you is all based on that. Now that you have seen it, you have a better idea. Oh, okay, so this is what ma'am is trying to say. So you see, there's nothing that is limited. Even the interview questions, when I ask you, ma'am, what is the answer for this? Yeah, yes, dear.
Ma'am, in other countries, it's like here in India, we don't have in every state, but in other countries, they must be having
No, in our
abroad
state, yes,
countries.
but in every country has, and the only thing is that it's English, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Ma'am,
yeah,
if
they
we
have to
try
speak
for
in English.
there,
Not in India, from there, is it? Anywhere, it's going to be. I'm like, see, the best thing about
no, ma'am,
Toastmasters
I'm
is
just
there.
asking you the perspectives and the chances if we can try over there.
Okay, so what I would suggest you to do is, Nabila, Toastmasters Club in different parts of the world. Yeah, you can try anywhere. There are a lot of clubs everywhere.
That's
Bhubaneswar
what I
also,
was asking, ma'am.
I think they might start
Thank you,
one
ma'am.
here soon. Yeah. You just have to Google it out, okay, to be a public
Yes,
speaker.
ma'am.
And you see, there are different levels. You have just the first initial club level, then you have a district level, then you have a state level, then you have a national level, then you have an international level. And in that international level, you have a championship. So all the champions speak against each other. All the ones who are internationally selected will speak again competing with each other. So, the competition is quite tough, but no repetition, no topics are repeated. And they have to present their topic and content and all beforehand. It's very well researched. Yes. So public
Yes,
speaking,
ma'am.
I'm not talking about Toastmasters. I just showed you an example of how these girls are speaking. You saw how that girl was speaking, the first
Yes,
girl.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The first
And
one.
and the
Ramona
second girl, how they
J. Smith.
Yes, Ramona J. Smith, and the second one also. Okay, so beautifully they depicted and real life facts, the way there's a little bit of humor in that sadness also. My father came and sat next to me and he asked, I have one serious question to ask. Do you know how to wash the tomato soup off the wall? So, and her expressions, you saw her expressions. It's more like a mono acting. Theatrical, more dramatic, and your voice, the way it falls and the way it rises and the way it falls, So that's all the things. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So you think it helped you? You think this video has given you an insight about how you can be a better speaker? Fantastic. Antonio Sarang. Antonio is a silent listener in my class. I hardly get to listen to this beautiful voice. Oh. Yes. Baishali?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you like the videos, what I shared with you? You watched? You didn't watch?
Hello?
Yes. Did you watch the videos?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one did you like? The first, second, or third?
Second one, ma'am.
You like the second one. Okay.
Yeah.
What about Bismita? Bismita, my dear, how are you?
I'm good and बहुत ज़्यादा tired, ma'am.
Oh, you're very
Actually,
tired.
I'm sorry. Actually, I was on my way to home from my school, so I didn't get a chance to see those videos. But I will definitely follow it. I have taken the screenshot. I'll find it out in YouTube.
Yeah. It's lots of them. They have from beginners level, beginners level, intermediate, advanced level to the. I just showed you the championship one, just to give you an idea, because today was a combined class. And I have shown enough of songs and enough of motivational videos. And I was like, okay, how to make it a little bit more interesting. So public speaking is what I thought will enhance.
I've seen that, ma'am. The only thing is that, I've been going to my office like in past 1-2 weeks. So it's been a very hectic one. Well, I'm reaching at home by 6:30 or 6:20. So it's getting a little problematic.
Okay.
That's the reason. Yeah.
All right. Okay, good. Please watch this. Yes, Bunny Nayak. Yes, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, darling. Did you like the videos I shared with you in this class?
Yeah.
All right. So are you going to speak in a better manner?
Yes, ma'am.
Will improve. Will definitely improve. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What about privacy? 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 Privacy is... Yes, Privacy. Did you like the videos that I showed you in today's class?
Yes, ma'am. But it was not clear.
So, okay. So you can just Google onto Toastmasters and watch. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Priyadarshini Pal. Priyadarshini, my dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you like those class?
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
like those? Yes. So you think your speech is going to improvise here afterwards? Your presentation skills will be a little bit more powerful, more punch. Yeah. Oh, good. Yes, Rashmita. Rashmita, madam. Yes, ma'am. Rashmita, I can't hear you. Rashmita? Rashmita? I can't hear you, dear. Hello? Your voice is not audible. Okay. Sai Krishna. Sai? Sai! Sai is not also audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
What about...
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Were you watching the videos or you were just time pass somewhere else? Attending
No,
somewhere else?
no. I watched the video and in the first one, the first participant saying and acting like what he said.
Okay.
I like her. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Very good. Yes. Sriparna. Sriparna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear. Did you enjoy the videos?
Yes, ma'am. I enjoyed the first one.
You enjoyed the first one. Not the school girls. I think she was more serious topic, no? About disability and ability.
Yes, the girl was presenting nice, but the first one, her body language and all, I enjoyed the first one most.
You liked it. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Very good. Yes, Swarnamai. Swarnamai, my dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear. Did you like the videos?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you going to improvise your presentation skills?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Like bagal mein koi hai ji, haan, bolo. All right. Anybody else I didn't call out? Nabila definitely did ask her interest. So, I'm not asking again. Okay, let me ask since I didn't ask. Nabila, did you like the videos? Nabila.
Yes, ma'am. I like
you liked. Okay, good. All right. So that's it for today. So tomorrow will be a normal class, 5 to 6. And then a BVOC will have day after tomorrow. Yes. Any questions you have to ask me, please feel free to ask me now.
Ma'am, tomorrow we have to join from our link.
5 to 6. Yeah. Your normal link, 5 to 6. Okay, dear.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sriparna. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. Bye. God bless. Bye. Welcome, dear. Bye. Bye, dear. Good night. Good night. Bye, dear. Bye.